Some things that dogs do are just plain weird. They sometimes want to join us in the bathroom, or stare at us while they're pooping, or even steal our dirty underwear. Turns out all these quirky habits have a solid explanation, and we'll dive into them all in this video. But first, let's get this one straight. Why dogs have a habit of sniffing butts? Have you ever been in that awkward situation where your dog unceremoniously goes for another dog's butt, or decides to greet your friend by going for their crotch? What exactly are they trying to sniff out? It might seem bizarre to us humans, but for dogs, their sense of smell is like a superpower guiding them through life's mysteries. Dogs are equipped with Jacobson's organ that's like a specialized scent processing center. That's in addition to around 300 million scent sensors packed into the dog's nasal cavity. Compare that to our 5 million, and you'll realize why we're not the ones sniffing out truffles. The dog's olfactory bulb, which processes scents, is also 40 times larger than ours in proportion to brain size. It's like having a high-definition scent TV compared to our fuzzy black and white scent vision. So when your dog is sniffing another dog's behind, they're actually conducting a sophisticated biochemical investigation. Dogs have apocrine glands all over their bodies, which are like scent factories. And these glands are super concentrated around the genitals and anus. When dogs greet each other with a butt sniff, it's like accessing a wealth of social and biological data in a single whiff. They can determine the other dog's gender straight away. This is important for social hierarchy and also for identifying potential mates. But gender is just the start. They can also detect subtle scent markers that tell them about the other dog's health. A healthy dog has a different scent compared to one that's sick. These scents come from the secretions of the apocrine glands, which are rich in communicative chemicals, the pheromones. What's more, dogs can discern what the other dog has eaten, which gives them information about where they've been or what resources are in their territory. While this might seem trivial in the dog world, knowing who's eating what and where can be crucial for survival and competition. They're also tuning into the mood of the other dog. Just as humans can sweat more when they're nervous, dogs also emit different scents when they're stressed or excited. So, a sniff can reveal whether the other dog is relaxed, nervous, or even potentially aggressive. This helps them to decide how to approach the interaction, whether it's with a playful bow or a cautious retreat. All this is vital info in doggy dialogue. Determining whether the other dog is a friend they've met before or a new acquaintance is another critical piece of the puzzle. Recognizing an individual by their unique scent helps dogs build social networks and understand their place within them. Now, when it comes to humans, our own apocrine glands are concentrated in the armpits and the groin area. Since dogs are usually at crotch level and aren't bound by human etiquette, they go for the most information-rich spots. When a dog sniffs your crotch, they're gathering data on your age, mood, and gender. And get this, the more unique or stronger the scent, the more intriguing you are to them. That means if you've recently been intimate, had a baby, or are on your period, you're basically walking around with a neon sign that says, "Sniff me, I'm interesting." So, can you stop this behavior? Dogs usually need just a quick 3 to 5 seconds sniff to get the gist. If they're lingering for a longer time, call them off, or redirect them with a familiar cue or a treat. If you ever notice your dog snoozing on your dirty laundry or running off with a piece of your clothing, take that as a compliment. To your dog, you smell like home, safety, and love. Researchers have found that dogs can experience a reduction in stress levels when exposed to their owner's scent. This is why they might steal a piece of clothing that smells strongly of you, like gym clothes or socks, because it's packed with your unique scent. Another source of our unique scent are our feet. When your dog licks your feet, they're getting to know you better. It's like they're reading a story about where you've been and what you've been doing. Licking also releases pleasurable endorphins in dogs, which can reduce stress and make them feel calm and content. Plus, it's a sign of respect and affection. In the dog world, lower-ranking pack members often lick the more dominant ones, and in your family pack, you're the alpha. So if you're leaving your dog at home alone and you're worried about separation anxiety, leave them an item of clothing that smells like you. A t-shirt or socks that carry your smell will make your dog feel like they can cuddle with you even when you're not around. Scientists are continually amazed at what dogs can detect with their noses. It's their powerful sense of smell that makes dogs our crime-fighting, life-saving heroes. They are trained to detect everything from bombs to drugs, and even some dangerous diseases. One of these studies made a groundbreaking discovery. Turns out, dogs can be trained to detect if the person is suffering from malaria. But how do they do this? Well, the sweat of a sick person emits a specific scent that is extremely subtle. But it was easily discernible for the powerful noses of our furry friends. When researchers introduced dogs to samples of socks, the dogs learned to identify the infected ones with an astonishing level of accuracy. This research could help screen large populations for diseases and save endangered lives, especially in areas where medical resources are limited. There's this idea that dogs can smell the time. But what does it mean? It's not about clocks or the abstract concept of time, but more about how a dog can sense the progression of the day through the intensity of scents. The damp morning air might carry scents differently than the dry, warm air of the afternoon, and cooler evening temperatures could affect how odors disperse. Dogs, with their sensitive noses, can pick up on these changes, which may inform their understanding of the daily cycle. Dogs are indeed superheroes of the animal kingdom, because guess what? They could actually help preserve our ecosystem. In one project, researchers trained dogs to find the feces of certain rare species in vast wilderness areas. The dogs, eager and motivated by the play or treats that come after a successful find, would cover ground much faster than human trackers, sniffing out the poop which researchers would then analyze for DNA. On the home front, there's fascinating work being done with dogs in detecting household pests and maintenance issues. Dogs were trained with clickers and treats to alert their handlers to the presence of bedbugs. With a success rate that outperforms many electronic detectors, dogs are becoming an eco-friendly and efficient option for pest detection. Similarly, for leak detection, specially trained dogs can identify the scent of specific gases or odors associated with mold and water damage, which could otherwise go unnoticed until the damage is done. On the subject of household issues, what about a dog's desire to accompany their owners to the bathroom? It might seem like an invasion of privacy when your pup insists on being by your side, even during your most private moments. But in the dog world, there's a perfectly good explanation for this behavior. For starters, dogs are pack animals, and the concept of solitude is foreign to them. In the wild, doing things in groups is often a matter of survival. So when you head off to the bathroom, your dog might be following you simply because they see you as part of their pack. In their eyes, being alone equals vulnerability, and sticking together is what pack members do, whether you're hunting, sleeping, or, well, doing your business. Surprisingly, it could also be a sign that your dog is trying to protect you. When you're in the bathroom, you're seated, and in a dog's mind, that might mean you're at a disadvantage. So, they might sit by as a form of protection, making sure you're safe when you're, arguably, at your most vulnerable. If you're looking for ways to reclaim your privacy, gradually train your dog to stay outside the bathroom. Start by asking them to sit and wait while the door is open, rewarding them for staying put. Over time, you can close the door for short periods and then for as long as you need to be in there. You give your dog a bath, you're diligent with the wipes after each walk, and you even keep their teeth sparkling clean. But why, after all that strong doggy smell lingers all over their body and your home? Check out this video where we reveal how to easily bust a strong dog odor once and for all. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and join our doggy-loving community.